excited to be back. It's been a hot minute. I'm so sorry. So much to update you all on. Basically, I moved. I think a lot of you guys know that, even though I'm in my parents' house right now filming this just because today's Friday and I'm off on Fridays, but my roommates work on Fridays, so I didn't want to disrupt them. Moral of the story here, it's been a hot minute and I'm really sorry, but we're back and I'm so excited for today's video. We are doing a Starbucks holiday mukbang. I want to say 2 notes before we start this. Number 1, I don't like to be very wasteful, so I got 2 drinks and 2 food items because we're not at that level yet where I can buy everything on the Starbucks menu. Like, we're not at David Dobrik level or Emma Chamberlain levels. I need a decent amount of coffee, but not that much. So I got a tall toasted white chocolate mocha, extra hot, 1 pump of toasted white chocolate, mocha sauce, just because I don't like very sweet coffee. And then here's the other one. I got a tall iced eggnog latte. I've never tried an iced eggnog latte, so I'm really excited. Both of these, I just asked for half the amount of pumps that they usually put it in. And then this is a snowman cake pop. I'm so excited. It's so cute. Look at that. I'm gonna eat you in like 5 seconds, but you're really cute. And then I also got the cranberry orange scone. This also looked really good too. Whoa, that looks really good. Yum. It doesn't feel like super hard, which is nice because I don't like it when scones are so hard that you feel like you're gonna break your teeth. So I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions of what we should chat about during this mukbang. All right, I'm gonna try the toasted white chocolate mocha first. Oh my God, that is really good. Wow. It is pretty sweet. Like, again, it's just my preferences with coffee. I never liked coffee my whole life. And then college happened. Went to college freshman year and I was like, wow, I need to drink something to keep me up so I can study for hours on end. And I started drinking white chocolate mocha. So I haven't had a white chocolate mocha since freshman year of college. And I used to get it fully sweetened and everything, and I loved it. But again, now I've grown a tolerance where I prefer to taste more of the coffee. And this still is a little sweet for me, but it's really good. This is like the perfect Christmas morning, warm, hot coffee, I feel like. We're gonna start off with a banger. How do you finally stop thinking about calories? Intuitive eating, honestly. Intuitive eating is what really helped me. I swear on my life, I don't count calories at all anymore, and I haven't for many years. And it's because when you intuitively eat, and for people who don't know what intuitive eating is, it just means that you kind of throw all of the food rules that society has taught you about your whole life out the window. And instead you just listen to your own body and your own hunger signals. When I sit down for a meal, I just eat until I'm full and then I stop and I'm good. And if I get hungry for a snack 20 minutes after I eat lunch, I honor that hunger, or vice versa. Like, if I sit down and I'm not that hungry, I'm not gonna force myself to eat my whole meal. And obviously that differs from what level of recovery you're in, because somebody who has just started recovery, maybe they're recovering from bulimia or anorexia or whatever it may be, it is important to eat your whole meal because you need to start nourishing your body again. But for somebody like me who's been in recovery for a really long time, I know my body's hunger signals really well. I eat a sufficient amount of food for my body without overeating because I just listen to my hunger signals. But again, it all depends on where you are. If you're seeing a doctor or a nutritionist, please listen to what they're telling you because all stages of recovery are different. What's your favorite color? So, funny enough, my favorite color is yellow. I used to be so obsessed. My Instagram, I think it was like junior year of college, my Instagram used to be yellow themed. Like, I used to post a photo, either the background was yellow, something I was wearing was yellow, something I was holding was yellow. I had a yellow aesthetic, but then it obviously didn't work out because you can't wear yellow for every single photo. And I noticed that I wasn't posting the photos that I wanted to post because I didn't have yellow in it, you know? So I wanted to actually live my life. This isn't a question, but this is so sweet. Somebody said, you put so much positivity out into the world. I hope you're getting some back, darling. Thank you so much. That is so kind. And I was actually on a podcast this morning, and something that we were talking about was the people who follow me and everything. And I was on the podcast and I said, I feel so incredibly lucky because a lot of creators will receive a lot of backlash or a lot of hate or a lot of mean and nasty comments for no reason. And obviously I do have a few internet trolls here and there, but for the majority of the time, you guys are so kind and so just amazing to me. And yeah, one of my coworkers, even a couple days ago, she just recently started following me on TikTok once I started my job at Evelyn and Bobby. And she was like, Brit, I was looking through your comment section and you receive like hardly any hate. Like people love you. And I was like, well, I love them. And I think that's why. I think it's because we just have such a positive, loving environment going on, and I'm so here for it. So thank you for being here and thank you for being so lovely. What inspired you to make these videos? Honestly, I just posted that one, I think I've told you guys this before, but I posted that one video of me going to my sorority dance. Sorry, I got a burp. That was really gross. I'm so sorry. But it's my first video ever to go viral, and it really hit me in that moment. Wow, not a lot of people are talking about body positivity or eating disorder recovery on TikTok, and I want to talk about it. Oh, this is a good one. Anyways, somebody said anyways in all caps. What's your favorite Starbucks drink? I'm a seasonal Starbucks drinker, if that makes sense. So during the spring and the summer, I absolutely love the sweet cream cold brew. My fall drink is a pumpkin spice latte, half sweetened, again, because I just don't like sweet coffee. I know I'm basic, whatever. And then my winter drink, I recently tried their chestnut praline latte. Oh my God. It's so good. It is so good. That is like my winter drink. I love it. Oh, well, you guys know that if I go to a local coffee shop, my go-to order is always an iced lavender latte with 2% milk, but unfortunately Starbucks doesn't make that. But if they ever did, that would be my go-to drink. So these kind of go hand in hand, but advice for reassuring yourself of your worth. I really struggle with loving me. And another person said, I have good and bad days in regards to loving myself. Do you ever have good and bad days? Yes, I have good and bad days. Every human does. If anyone tells you that they never have a bad day, they are lying to your face, and I'm telling you that straight up. We are human, and it is normal to have good and bad days. I've talked about this before. I went on Victoria Garrick's podcast. Love Vic. She's amazing. I feel really lucky that we've been able to become friends through all of this. And I went on Vic's podcast, and she was saying, like, what do you recommend for people who are having a bad day? And for me personally, I can never just sit and sulk in my bed. I know that about myself because I know if I sit and sulk in my bed, it is going to make this time period of me feeling bad 10 times longer and 10 times worse. And so I know for myself, if I'm having a bad day, I need to get out. I need to go for a walk. I need to go to a coffee shop and spend that $5 on that latte. Like, it's worth it. You deserve to treat yourself. And when I go out, I get my mind off of the internal thoughts I'm having about myself, and it makes me realize all of the beauty in the world, and that what I'm thinking about, I should really be so grateful for the life that I'm living and every opportunity that I'm given. So, advice for reassuring yourself of your self-worth. Number one, I always say, there's this quote that I absolutely love, and it basically says, the longest relationship you will ever have is with yourself, so make it great or make it positive. And I think that's so important to remember, that your self-worth is determined by you. And if you believe in yourself, everyone will believe in you. When you think about it, why should somebody believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? Let's say you're applying for a job, right? You're in an interview, and they say, why should we hire you? Why should we take this risk of hiring you? Well, if you don't know why you're so amazing, then they won't believe that either. So your self-worth really, really starts from within, and it's just knowing that you are amazing and you are a bad bleep and you can do anything you set your mind to. So self-worth is something that, yes, you have to reassure yourself. That's normal. That's normal. We all have good and bad days. But when you do have those bad days, remind yourself of your self-worth and involve people in your life who will do the same for you, because it's always good to have a squad. Favorite store? Zara. I'm so obsessed with Zara. This is from Zara. This is from Zara. My jeans are from Zara. I'm obsessed with Zara. It's my favorite store in this entire world. Zara is one of those stores where when I walk in it, I know I'm in trouble. I know I'm about to spend a lot of money that I shouldn't be spending, but it's okay. I can't get over this. I guess I should try another drink. I'm like keeping you guys suspense. Next one is a tall iced eggnog latte. I think I already told you guys that, but let's try it. Whoa. Whoa. I'm like collecting my thoughts right now. I like the top. They put like cinnamon on the top. My roommates and I, we have decided to make a list of all the Christmas movies that we want to check off to watch together this year. And so if you guys have any suggestions of Christmas movies, comment them down below. We have started the list. We have a pretty impressive list, I will say, and it will keep us busy for a while. If you guys want to see a video with my roommates, I will totally make one with them. They're just busy gals. Comment down below like a roommate video idea that you guys want me to do. What made you decide to share your journey on TikTok? P.S. You've helped me so much. I love you. I love you too, and that's why I started my TikTok, is to help people. When I celebrate 500K, 600K, 700K, whatever it may be, I'm celebrating you. I'm not celebrating the number. I'm celebrating the fact that there are so many people that are resonating with my story, and that there are people who I'm able to help and able to share my journey. And so that's what I'm celebrating. I don't care about the number at all. I just care about helping you. And so that's why I decided to share my story. What was the hardest thing about having 2 eating disorders? I love you, by the way. I love you too. And I would say the hardest thing about having 2 eating disorders, and I made a TikTok about this the other day. Yeah, that was the hardest part about having 2 eating disorders, was the things that nobody thinks about. I wish I could get those years back in my life, because I would have done so much cooler stuff with my days and would have lived my life to the fullest when my eating disorders really restricted me from going out to eat with friends and enjoying moments in my life that I won't be able to get back, honestly. Obviously, from this day forward, in the past 4 years, I've been able to live my life and enjoy these moments, but I missed out on a lot when I had my eating disorders, and it controlled a lot of my life, and so that was definitely the hardest thing about having my eating disorders. What's your favorite thing about the Christmas season? Thank you for asking this, Riley. I love this. My favorite thing about Christmas season is being with family, and it's just such a happy time. I am hands down a fall and winter person. I'm not a hot weather person, which is so funny because I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I had just turned 17 when I moved. So I lived there for like 16/17 years, and I hated it because it was always so hot. Obviously it's beautiful with the beaches and all of that. That was like amazing, but I'm definitely a cold weather gal. So fall time and winter time is my absolute favorite, and that goes along with just like all the fall activities are so fun, like the pumpkin patch and cider and donuts. And then the holiday season, the Christmas season, is just about family and all these yummy treats and the cold weather, and you can bundle up and watch Christmas movies. It's just the best time of the year to me. I love it. This is a good one. I guess I can answer this. I haven't really talked about this very much. How did you discover your sexuality? So for those who don't know, I don't identify with any sexuality, to be honest with you. Well, I guess I kind of do. I've done a little bit more research so I can give you a little bit more insight, but I choose not to identify as anything. But from what I have learned about myself is that there's a term called demisexual, and I have just researched this a little bit, so I don't want to offend anybody if I get it wrong or whatever, but from my understanding, you can be demisexual to the same gender, and essentially that means that you can be attracted to them if there's an emotional connection and like bond formed there. So for example, my initial attraction is towards males. When I look at a guy, I'm like, oh, he's cute. But there have been times in my life where I've built like an emotional connection with a woman, and I've been like, oh, she's really cool. Like, I think I might like her. You know, this is interesting. And so for that reason, I just don't identify as anything, because I just feel like sexuality is something that you don't have to put it in, check it off a box and say, this is what I am. I always explain my sexuality as I see people's hearts, not people's genders. So whatever that may be, I don't know who I'm gonna end up with, but whoever it is, I'm sure that they will be amazing. And to me, I am so much more interested in who somebody is and their passions and who they are, and if they're a good person, rather if they are a male or female or however they choose to identify. Like, that is not the most important thing to me at all. Sorry if that made no sense, but that's how I explain it. How would you describe your style? I would actually love to leave this one up to you guys, because I have no idea. People always would say that I dress like a mom, and I definitely do, but then also like, this isn't really mom. So I don't really know what I would describe my style as. I love turtlenecks. I love like layering stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Like, what is my style? Ooh, what yummy dessert should I make tonight? It's Friday. Yes, it is Friday. Woo woo. That's a great question. I would always recommend like whatever your favorite dessert is, you should make it. But for some reason, my gut is telling me cookies. Whatever type of cookie you are desiring tonight, full send that. But yeah, I feel like a cookie sounds really good right now. Somebody said, do you have a boyfriend? Nope. I don't have a boyfriend, and honestly, I'm really happy with my life, and I don't really have a urgent want or need to have a boyfriend. Obviously, if somebody came into my life that was really awesome, that'd be great. But again, like I just talked about with my sexuality, I might not get a boyfriend. I might get a boyfriend. I might not get a boyfriend. I don't know. And that's really exciting, kind of the unknown and what will come. So, ooh, this is a great question. Can food be used for comfort in a healthy way? That is a great question. Now that we're talking about it, let's crack open this snowman cake pop. Smells so good. Oh my god. I think yes, definitely. That's really good. But yeah, I definitely think that food can be used for comfort in a healthy way. Like there will be times where I have a really long day and I don't feel like cooking at all, and I just feel like going to Taco Bell or Chipotle or anything, and I just honor that. So I think that hunger obviously has to do with your physical hunger signals, but also keeping in line like your emotion. Or there'll be times where it's really rainy outside and I'm like, you know what? Soup sounds amazing right now. And that's taking care of your mental health. So I totally think that food can be used for comfort in a healthy way, and that it doesn't have to be sectioned off to certain food that is like a healthy coping way. It can be any food, you know? So great question. I loved that question. Would you ever get a pet? Yes, I would love to have a pet, but I'm just not at a time in my life right now where I could handle a pet, honestly. I just have too much going on. Like there's some times when I don't get home until really late, and it just wouldn't be fair to a doggy or a kitty cat for me to do that to them. So I definitely want a pet, but I'm gonna wait until I'm ready, until I have enough time to dedicate to it and all that stuff. Would you ever move to LA? I don't know. I'm really happy in Portland. My whole family's in Portland. I love my life in Portland. My job's in Portland. So I guess probably not, unless there was some really urgent, important thing for why I would need to move there. Because I know a lot of creators do live in LA. And I know it makes it easier for like working with companies or doing collabs with creators, but I really love my life in Portland. I don't want to go anywhere else. What is your ultimate goal in life? I've always been a career-driven person, an academic-driven person, and I want to continue with that. But what I really, really want to accomplish would be if I'm lucky enough to have children, and specifically, obviously, make sure that my sons or son or whoever have good body image. But like my biggest thing would to have a daughter or daughters and build them up so that they don't go through what I went through. I want to be able to raise daughters and have them learn how to intuitively eat from the moment they pop out of me. And I want them to have confidence in themselves and have a beautiful body image about themselves and just know their worth from day one, because that's something that I wish I would have gotten growing up. I just don't want my daughters to experience eating disorders, and I want to try to do anything I can to help them through that. Might seem like a kind of different goal than most people, but that's truly my ultimate goal. What is your job exactly? I work for a company called Evelyn and Bobby, and Evelyn and Bobby is a bra and underwear company, and they are all about body inclusivity and just inclusivity in general, like inclusivity around age, body shape, race, anything you can think about, like Evelyn and Bobby is it, and I am so grateful to work for such an incredible company. My initial position was working in their customer service section, so really interacting with customers and things like that, and now I am training to work in their digital marketing program as well. So I'm kind of doing both right now. I work in customer service and digital marketing, so I interact with customers a lot, and then I also do a lot of things like in Photoshop and answering emails and all that stuff. And I absolutely love it because in college, my intellectual passion was advertising and business. Like that's why I majored in advertising and minored in business administration. But then my personal passions were body positivity and eating disorder recovery. And now I'm able to work at this company that has those values of inclusivity that I've always wanted to pursue in my professional career, and I'm able to mix both of my passions, like my intellectual passions and my personal passions, and it's amazing. I love my job. Okay, let's start on this one. Cranberry orange scone. I already showed you guys this, but should I just bite into it? That's really good. I like that a lot. That's really good. Somebody wrote in all caps, very important. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter? Crunchy peanut butter. I love crunchy peanut butter. How are you so confident? I think confidence is two different things. Knowing your self-worth, right? Like knowing who you are, knowing what you stand for, and being proud of that. And number two, it's owning what you got. I made this YouTube video a few months ago about like a Q&A, and somebody asked me my favorite quote. And it was basically this quote that says, we can't control the cards we're dealt. We can only control how we play the hand. So essentially it's saying like, I can't control that I wasn't born with bleach blonde hair. Like this is what I was born with. But what I can control is how I play the hand. So how I feel about my dark hair, you know? Or it's like, I can't control that I was born with a more curvier figure. But what I can control is how I feel about my body because it's wonderfully made. That's how I stay confident, is I just remember, rock what you got and remember your self-worth. Who is someone you look up to? This question is like, I could go on for days. Michelle Obama, powerhouse of a woman. Like, my God, she is incredible. Please listen to her podcast and watch her and read her book if you haven't. I love Goldie Hawn. I think she's so funny and she's so cute. Obviously, Kamala Harris is a powerhouse. I am so happy that she is our first female vice president. I love Melissa McCarthy. She's amazing. Those are like celebrity-wise, but in my personal life, my best friend, my big in my sorority, her name's Sammy, and she was recently diagnosed with cancer, and she's okay, she's doing good, she's going through chemo. She is really the strongest woman I know, to be honest with you. She's my like real life inspiration. Her strength and her integrity and who that woman is, she inspires me every single day. And yeah, I look up to her a lot. Did not mean to get all sappy. But there you have it, that's my answer. What's one food you could eat forever? Oh, let's keep it real here, people. You know the answer to that. Bagels. Bagels, Mexican food, honestly, anything. Dessert. How tall are you? 5'6". And the last one I'll answer is, what's your favorite movie / TV show? My favorite movie is The Sound of Music. It has always been my favorite movie for my entire life. And my favorite TV show, at the moment, I'm currently watching Gilmore Girls, and it's really cute. Like, I really love it. I think it's such a great show. So that's a really good option. But my favorite TV show, I would say Friends. Friends is just so good. But yeah, that's it for today. I guess I should rate these 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10 now, because now that it's been sitting for a little bit, I don't know, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I love them all. They're so good. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below what videos you want to see next time. Thank you for being so patient with me. I'm so glad I got to upload a video. Thank you, as always, to my amazing video editor, Rachel. This would not be possible without her. She is amazing. So please check out her portfolio in the description below. I love you guys so much. Please remember that your body is wonderfully made and you are wonderfully made, and nourish your body today. Love you guys. Balance is key. Bye.